All right, we welcome everybody to the Facilities and Transportation Committee meeting. Just going to do a quick roll call of the attendance. Ms. Tanya Bell.
Here.
Mr. Jarek.
Here.
And Ms. Olson.
Here.
All right, first item on our agenda is the water source comfort system replacement at the Intermediate Center.
IC heat pump went down over the summer, and we did some repairs. It's original to the building, and it's time. So I got a quote from Trane. This is proprietary equipment.
I'm sorry, it's original to the IC?
Yeah,
Okay.
correct.
All right.
Intermediate Center.
Okay. That's old. Yeah. All right,
So
I'm good.
It's from Trane, directly from Trane, $19,360. It's what we paid for the last one at the primary center in San Luis.
Okay. Does anyone in the committee have questions in regards to this equipment replacement?
No.
I do not.
All right, we can move on to the second item, the walk-in freezer compressor replacement at the primary center.
So during my previous inspection at the primary center last week and a half, the walk-in freezer went down, stalling everything out. We were having some major issues with it. I did get 2 quotes from both of our vendors that we work with, that are both CoStar vendors, Clarkson K&D. K&D is $2,000 cheaper, a little over $2,000 cheaper. And these typical compressors come with a 5-year warranty. K&D is $8,274.61. And this is a massive compressor.
So looking at the
Correct, yes.
looking at the 2 quotes, one looks like they're just doing the compressor replacement, but one looks like they're doing a full condenser unit replacement. Is that
It's both just a condenser and then the lines.
okay?
Just different brands.
Is there anything you wanted to highlight for us to consider other than the cost of this?
No, it's the same product. What's in that unit now is actually a Trenton unit. I would not recommend paying the extra $2,000 for the Trenton. It's the same apples to apples item.
Okay.
All right. Let's see here. Next is we have a hot water heater replacement at the Intermediate Center.
So our intermediate center has 2 hot water heaters. We'll turn it down there. Start taking AC/DC. So our intermediate center has 2 100-gallon hot water heaters. They're both gas. Right now it's only operating one, and one went down about 2.5 weeks ago. And I got 4 quotes from 4 local vendors, with my cheapest quote being $13,000. My highest quote was $17,695. And you have the specs here. They're all spec'd out for the same water heater.
Okay, just because the cheapest quote doesn't have anything written on it, other than we're going to replace the hot water heater for $13,000. So, do you have a preference of vendor on this? Just because that's a very vague quote.
My preference would be one of the 2 $13,000 vendors.
Okay.
Push that to a vote.
I would just like to see a scope of work on the $13,000.
All right, I'll contact them tonight.
Well, I mean, at this point, we're going to vote on one of them, correct? Or do we vote on a do not exceed dollar amount?
We could vote on a not to
What was the
exceed
unit?
if you wanted.
13,000 would be the not to exceed.
And then like, you know, as long as we have the full
scope of work for the meeting at the end of the month, when we actually vote on it, right?
Right.
I wouldn't mind pushing a not to exceed 13,000 out of this meeting.
Okay.
I will make it work. I'll get that to you.
All right. And then,
It was a little thin as far as,
Just like to see a little beyond that.
the next part we have is the HVAC project update.
Yeah, so our goal was to actually start today, no students in the building, and because we had 15 to 17 mile an hour winds, they did try using the crane, and we shut down around 9:30 this morning. We're going to now start the project this Sunday at 7 a.m. So that does put us back a week.
Is there any charges for not normal work hours?
There will be some. Working through that right now with training.
what's the new projected end date?
Completion by November 22nd. So it does push everything back. Controls are scheduled for October 25th. We will recommission the new units on October 21st.
Are we gonna run into any heating issues?
No. As long as we get the units back up by the end of October, we'll be okay.
Okay. Any committee members have any additional questions on that? And then the last piece we have is Weaver Town Road update.
Yeah. So on Friday, October 11th, I met with Bowman, our engineering firm, and they submitted our application to PennDOT. I just want to go over this. The reason for our application is because the township is requiring the two-way access to be permitted and built as part of this subdivision. There are 5 phases in this application project, and I do have a copy of the application if you'd like to take a look at it. Phase 1 is the applicant prepares a scope meeting. I will actually email you when we have our scope meeting so you can attend that. So phase 1 is our meeting after PennDOT reviews the application. That can typically take up to 45 days. Phase 2, the applicant prepares and submits to the department the scope and the HOP application. So that's your transportation impact study. That can also take 45 days. The applicant prepares the engineering plans. Once we're past phase 1, 2, and 3, we'll get a whole new set of plans. I will bring them to our next facilities committee meeting for you guys to evaluate and make decisions. And then the department reviews, and we'll have a final meeting for phase 5. And then we'll start bringing contractors in to code out what we need to do, what we need to move.
Okay? All right.
This is for the HOP permit, the PennDOT?
That's for
Yes.
the HOP. It was submitted Friday, and I do have a copy of our application if you want to see.
All right, so with that being said, on committee agenda item number 1, do we all vote, how do we vote to the train proposal?
I'm fine with the recommendation.
Mr. Jarrett?
I'd like to move it out.
Ms. Bell?
Yes, voted out of committee.
All right, for agenda item number 2, which proposal do you align most with?
K and D?
K and D? Mr. Jarrett?
Yes, I'd like to move K&D out.
Ms. Bell?
Kane.
All right, I will also vote K and D. And then last on the hot water, heater, do we suggest a do not exceed of $14,000 to allow multiple permits in there till we get further clarification?
I'm good with that.
Just to interject, on the agenda right now, there is a do not exceed 13,000,
Oh,
and I think we could make that.
Yeah, we can make it happen for 13.
okay. All right, so we'll do that. That's
Okay,
13,000.
that's fine then.
One more thing, the K&D, that will come out of our nutrition fund for our kitchen repair equipment. All the other items will come out of capital projects.
Okay.
Yep.
Is the hot water heater, where is that? Is it not in the kitchen area?
It is not in the kitchen area, no.
That's just general bathroom hot water?
Yeah, for the first floor.
Okay. All right. Does anybody, any committee member have anything else for our Facilities and Transportation Committee?
I did not.
All right. Meeting is adjourned on October 14th, 7:25 PM.